Hi everybody, welcome to Chameleon Sparkle, and I'm going to talk over what I did so that I can kind of clear things up. So as you can see, I'm taking off the whole idea of giving her a Mardi Gras mask, and now I am filling in and fixing her eyebrow line, and it took me a little bit to try to figure out the right way to put her face together. I did have to take it apart several times before I was committed to the colors that I had chosen. And when I'm choosing the colors, what I try to do is see in the original painting how many colors are. So Mandy, the creator of this fabulous painting, I try to look at how many colors she originally chose for the face. And so then I go into the stash that I have currently and see what do I have that I could use to achieve that with the number of colors I would need. So then I lay those colors out and check and see how they lay up against each other. And then I just kind of go for it. And like I said, I did have to take her face apart probably like 5 or 6 times. Now for her lips were gigantic. And that's fine because she's a singer. But I just personally didn't like the way it looked. So what I did was I went back to a painting that I have upstairs already, which is my Make a Wish, Take a Bite, or Take a Bite, Make a Wish by Mandy also. And I took some graphing paper and I graphed out her lips. So then I came back downstairs and I plugged it in onto this painting the same way I plugged it in on the Snow White upstairs. And then I gave her just some super fabulously long lashes. And then now I am attempting to start her hair. And I didn't want her hair to be traditional brown. I thought she was more of a diva. And so what her hair is going to end up being here is dark purple with a little bit of some navy blue accent. And then I really wanted, I was inspired by a artist that had gray in her hair, and I just thought that the silver looked super fabulous, especially because she's got some knots in her hair, or braids, I should say. And so as you can see, I'm just going through right here and plugging in the black and seeing how it looks. Now, as I got going through here, I'm starting to put this very light lilac in, or lavender in, right there. And when I plugged it in, I knew I liked it, but I was kind of scared that maybe it was a little too bright for the picture. So then I wanted to plug more colors in to decide if we should keep that color or not. And I eventually did end up keeping it and liking it. And you can see that that's why I filled in that one spot right there last, was because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep that lavender. Now, I don't know why, but on this painting and my last couple of paintings in particular, you can see here that I'm using some tweezers. I've been having really random spots of plastic on my board or on my canvases that I can't get up. And they're so tough to like pull, and I've been having to use like special tweezers to grab them. So that's what was going on there. But as you can see, here we go, and we're plugging in with that navy color again. And I also had somebody ask me, well, how do I choose my colors? How do I know if I have enough? Well, the funny part about that is I don't ever know if I have enough. I kind of estimate, I guesstimate, and I look and see like, how many colors do I need? How far does that color have to go? Now here you can see I am plugging in this orange color. For me, that's a very big move, and I wasn't totally in love with it. So now you can see that I'm moving to a different spot because I started to not like that spot. So I needed to move to a different spot. So back to how I choose colors. I really try to guesstimate how many drills I would need for what I'm doing. And if I feel like I might be possibly short, then I will plug in that specific color where I feel like it's going to need to be the most and make it look the best. And then if I have leftovers, then I can go back in and plug in what I have left over. So I'm not always 100% confident that I do have enough of whatever color it is I'm trying to work with. You can see in the corner that there was a red L, and that is right up there next to the canvas's her neck. Oh no, sorry, that's not her neck, that's her waist. And I didn't want to put navy blue there because that's the color I had chosen to go with that symbol. I didn't want to put navy blue there because her dress had all that navy blue, and I was scared that it would drown out her hair in that spot and just make her dress look too full. So I chose a different type of purple to go in that spot. And I think it turned out really, really well. Now, I will tell you that whenever I'm working on a project, I never throw away my extra drills. I always package them and make sure that they're numbered so that in case when I go to change a color or go to change a canvas, then I can see what I have left over in my drills. And sometimes paintings overlap in color, right? So I'll end up having more of a color that maybe was supposed to be an accent, but because I have the extra colors from paintings I've done before, that also helps. And then I am gonna confess something here, that I am known for buying canvases or DACs, and just taking out the drills that are inside. Like, so Sneaky Cat, I love the palette of Sneaky Cat, and I chose to take all the drills out of that box and put them toward her. And so that's where I got a lot of these blues from, and that's where I got a lot of the purples. But I also did take the blues from the fact that they were supposed to be the curtain in this piece. So now I'm working on the headdress, and I really wanted the headdress to be majestic and be like almost like a crown. So you're going to see that instead of using tan and browns where it wants me to use tan and browns, I started using cream colors and whites. And then I did open up a box that had a fabulous cream colored AB in it, and so I used that to outline her headdress to just give it some more majestic depth. I really wanted it to look rich. I really wanted it to look like she was wearing this jeweled, beautiful show-stopping crown. And so you'll see that that's what's going on here, is that we've got these fabulous ABs that are just giving so much jewel tone to her headdress. Now, going back to how do I know if I have enough colors or not, right? Well, you can see that I have this fabulous dark teal that I'm working with right here. And when I started to pour it into the tray, I noticed that I was coming down to the last little bits of it that I had. So what I decided to do first was to go around the inside of the headpiece with those dark teal colors, and I told myself that if I ran out of the dark teal color, that at least the inside of the headdress would be done, and then I could figure something out for the outside of the headdress. So, but luckily I did have enough to go through the whole thing. And when I'm doing this, I'm also have a cheat sheet off to the side. And the next one that I do, the next video that I do, I will show that cheat sheet. And basically what it is that I am writing down exactly what I'm doing so that I can just look over and grab those colors that I've matched up. So like on my cheat sheet, it will have the symbol T, and then whatever I'm supposed to be grabbing to match that up. And as I'm working, sometimes I make executive decisions and say, oh my gosh, that doesn't look quite right. Let's fix that. Meaning, as I'm going through here, I'm actually changing some of the drills and adding extra ABs where they were not going to be. But I just, like I said, I just really wanted her crown, or her, like I said, in my head it was a crown, but her headdress, I just wanted her headdress to be so rich and so majestic. So I did add extra ABs in certain spots. And here comes in that cream color again. We're taking that fabulous cream color and changing out that brown, adding back in that teal, that dark teal again. And we have a light blue here we're working with. And I wanted her headpiece to match her dress without being a complete duplicating pattern of her dress. So I did change a couple of colors. I took out that baby lavender and did not plug it into the headpiece, only in the top forehead part there did I do that. Because once again, I wanted her headpiece to just look super majestic and super rich. Also working with this, for some reason, I keep going through a ton of wax. I've not gone through this much wax on a painting before in like ever. I keep having to stop and put in painting or put in wax, which I think is it was crazy for me to do. And as you can see, I am a work with one color, plug it all in kind of person. And I don't, as I'm going through, I don't fret or get worried about if my drills are laying in perfect rows, because I know that when I go through and plug in the black, I'm going to be able to move them and straighten them. So I don't get too worried. Just this piece is just so beautiful, you guys. She just looks gorgeous. And so there we go. We're plugging in again that teal to complete the inside of the headdress. And anytime you see me put a heart down like that, it's because I'm putting more wax in my pen. I worked with a one drill stamp and a 4 drill stamp. My Snow White one that I did before this, I had a 10-piece setter, and that worked out really well because she had a ton of black coloring to do. But so as you can see, I'm not doing those outside leaflets of her headdress because I wanted to make sure I had enough colors to complete the entire look of the inside. So I wanted to complete the inside first before I went out to those leaves on the outside. And I ended up having some more teal, so this is great. And if you have questions, ask me questions. I am not perfect, and like I said, I try something, and if it doesn't work, then I pull it all off. And I'm okay with that. And there are some other websites. So let's say you didn't have enough drills, or you wanted a specific color, but you don't have it. You can actually, on Amazon, you can get drills. You can get drills on Etsy, sorry. And you can also get ABs from a company called Shimmering Canvases or Shimmering Canvas, and they have round ABs and they also have square ABs, and they're all different colors of the rainbow. Anything you could think of, they have. So there's that dark teal again, and because I was able to finish the inside of the headpiece, I knew that these feathery pieces would look just fabulous with that dark teal. And so I kind of took a gamble and tried to plug them in. And I did end up having enough to complete those feathery pieces. And then I also took another gamble with plugging in more of the light blue ABs than I was going to. But once again, I really wanted that like depth of her headpiece. I just wanted it to be so royal looking. Now, I had dedicated that yellowy stick color. So it's like a yellow, and I think it looks like a lollipop, but I had dedicated that to being a dark blue AB that I had left over from doing my mermaids. And as I was going through and doing these feathery pieces, I noticed I didn't have very much of those left. And so I made an executive decision and changed what those were going to be. And I believe I chose to make them white, as we're going to come through and see here that they're going to be white ABs. And the reason why I chose white ABs for that yellow lollipop is because there's already a white AB line happening there, and I wanted to carry that through. And so I also changed my color palette on my sheet to give more of those light blue ABs to the other yellow that is like a line with a bump, because I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted this to be so rich looking for her to be wearing. So you can see I stopped putting in those two yellow pieces because I was running out of color. And here I am trying to decide what I wanted to do. And this is where I plug in those white ABs and those light blue ABs. There we go. See, oh, isn't that so fun? And then just shaping it up with those black ones. And I love Mandy Mazzano because I feel like I'm painting stained glass, and it's just, I look at this as if I'm coloring or painting my own picture, and I just find so much joy in getting to change the pictures like this and be able to share them with you.